Fox Mulder, it was like my sister and I's all-time crush.
I love it.
I was just picturing your hair. Okay, and now we have a match together. So
I'll take it on myself. Hey.
Hey everyone, happy Thursday.
Random Thursday. We're just here popping up on your screen. It's fine, whatever.
Yeah. Awesome new intro. Thank you to our JP, our team that helped make that happen. Welcome to On a Mission with our fancy new intro.
I know, I love it. Shout out to JP for doing that. And also, guys, go check out the rest of our content that JP has helped us edit together and put up on our Mission Pro YouTube page. Lots of great stuff from Emily and myself that's coming up. Emily just did a how to make guacamole with Lady Bird Monroe, which was fun. And she's got more content coming up, and I'll have some new content coming up. So it's going to be a lot of fun on our Mission Pro YouTube channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to our TikTok as well. Go do that.
Yeah, follow Mission Pro everywhere, because we're gonna, we also did a little throwback Thursday as well to Jacksonville, which was over a year ago. We were in Jacksonville at the first taco festival that Mission Pro went to and had some wrestling at. So yeah, go check it out. Follow TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're all over the place. And share all of our content, because we're gonna have some fun new stuff coming out throughout the year and leading up to August 20th, which is Hard Days Night in San Antonio. And you don't want to miss that, because have you seen the matches? I know Melanie has seen the matches, but
I have.
We just added another one. Last week was announced that Holiday, our Mission Pro champion, will be facing Jasmine, which I know has been a long time coming.
I think that whole match is controversial. Everybody's been clamoring for it. Holiday is giving the people and the fans what they want. She's a fighting champion, and she's heard y'all, and she got her all PO'd and riled up. So she's going to deliver another banger for y'all, and we'll see who comes out as champion after that match. But y'all love to poke the bear that is Holiday. Y'all just love to get her riled up. Now, I'm not saying that I don't love it, because I love it when Holiday gets fired up and feisty and angry. But like, y'all take your lives in your hands when y'all do that. I don't think people realize that.
People have been tagging Holiday constantly for almost a year now, of like, we want a rematch with Jasmine Allure. We want a rematch, and just poking the bear. And like, she has, Holiday has opened her messages saying anyone that wants to challenge, but she kept saying, no, I want other challengers.
I know.
And not Jasmine. So it has been definitely gotten a lot of conversations going online, and people are talking about it. So that's exciting. And but definitely there's definitely some history there, which seems to bubble up to the surface a bit.
Yeah, exactly. And if you guys don't have your tickets, go to missionprowrestling.com. Our website changed, so please note that it's missionprowrestling.com. So what you see down there in the corner is wrong on our flyer, because we had to make some changes. So missionprowrestling.com, make the change, go get your tickets, and support Mission Pro Wrestling and the Salvation Army, Hybrid School of Wrestling, because they are partners in all this. And then, of course, we'll be back in San Antonio September 17th, because that's the other big announcement, that we've added a show to San Antonio for September. And, of course, we'll be teaming up with Hybrid School of Wrestling again. And the Salvation Army. So 2 shows back-to-back in San Antonio, which is going to be amazing. I don't have to drive 3 hours to Conroe. Not that I don't love it, but
we love it. Southern Star Brewery has been a great host. We love their, great fun atmosphere. But for you, it's a little bit closer, just a tad closer.
A little bit closer to home, which I do enjoy. As you guys know, I got 3 littles, so I don't have to leave them at grandma's for the long haul. But I am excited for this match that you guys have in the background right now. This 6-way match between
We're gonna talk
Woad,
about this.
I know, Woad, Queen Aminata, Gigi Ray, MJ Santana, Mia Friday, Anna Diaz. I mean, you have 2 vets going up against 4, I believe, still up and comers.
Yeah, Anna and Mia and MJ.
And Gigi.
And Gigi are all up and comers. You know, if you guys haven't seen, we've done interviews with I believe all of them at some point on a mission, and they all have such an amazing background training. They do stuff outside of wrestling. They all have very different styles, and so when this gauntlet match was announced, I was so excited, and I know our guest will have some thoughts on this as well, because you know. Having all of these talented women in the ring is going to be super exciting, and you know, anything can happen.
Yes, absolutely. And like Queen Aminata says as well, you know, Woad is pretty juicy, but she's got some juicy of her own. So I'm excited to see how that how the other four can like measure up to that and take that on, because that is a lot of experience between Woad and Queen Aminata. I mean, they're so smooth and they're so flawless in the ring that, you know, our youngest competitor, Mia Friday's got a, you know, she's been doing some tape study, but still it's like, how do you, tape study is one thing, but then actually getting into the ring is a totally different equation, especially when you take into account the juiciness and the experience that Queen Aminata has.
It is true. And just like the power and presence and all of that combined is just a powerhouse in the ring. And so, I mean, that's our special guest today. I think we shouldn't really, I don't think we should wait any longer, because I want to get to all the juicy bits and talk about her thoughts on this match. So I'm so excited and happy to welcome Queen Aminata to On a Mission.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hello. How are you doing today?
I'm feeling very juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that so much. When I first met you and you were in the ring, and I can't remember exactly what you said, but I think you were like, here comes the juice or juiciness. I popped so hard and I was like, yeah, I love this woman.
Thank you. I love you too. You guys are just so thank you for having me again.
Of course. I mean, I realized it's been a year since we last had you on the show, and it's been a whirlwind for you.
Yeah, on and off. Good and bad, but you know, the good tops the bad ones, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I mean, you've also been traveling as well. Not only have you been taking like pretty big bookings, you've been everywhere from AEW to like I think you were doing you're doing women's wrestling army now.
Yeah.
And then you're doing warrior wrestling and you're like traveling the country, but you also going back home as well.
I know. I have my little one there, so I have to keep up with all that.
How do you balance all that? That is, I mean, that's a lot. I mean, how long is the flight first off?
27 hours.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, what do you do on for 27 hours? this travel day.
You write your thoughts down, you watch Netflix, you sleep again, and you wake up. You just wait, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not too bad, honestly.
You're already used to it. That's why.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, you never get used to that, but at this point, yeah, I'm a veteran when it comes to flying.
I think that's most wrestlers now. I mean, you have a longer haul, but I feel like most wrestlers are like, you guys are, I mean, I listen to you, how you pack, how you set up your travel days. I mean, you guys have to be so prepared and so organized, because the fact that, and we've seen it in the past, like this doesn't go in your check luggage, this goes in carry-on, this has to go here.
Yeah, I had to do the hard way, honestly, but now I feel like I'm a pro. I used to stress about it, like before, oh my God, I have to, and here I am. Tomorrow I have to leave, going to Chicago, and I haven't even packed yet. So we'll see. I got this.
I feel like we all go through that, where we're like, well, we can wait till the last second, and then because you know everything you need to bring anyway, and you just
it's very, like when you travel more, but then as soon as you stop, you're like, okay, like, because when I got hurt, I was like, wait, I'm back on the road again. Like, what do I take? What do I not take? I was confused, but I think I'm back again. I'm back. You know, the routine is back.
Yeah,
that's good.
And then so tomorrow you go to Women's Wrestling Army, correct? So is it crazy to you? And I was thinking about this last week when we were in Oklahoma. So Holiday, who's the Mission Pro Wrestling champ, is representing the Mission Pro belt at Women's Wrestling Army. I'm so tongue tied. Women's Wrestling Army at Warrior Wrestling. That's like 3 promotions. Is that like, I don't know. I feel like this is like something so new now with this whole forbidden door being open.
Honestly, before even like starting the interview, I was thinking about that because I was doing my nails. I was like, this is so awesome that people are willing to work together on the indies. I mean, that makes us great, or greater, I should say, because what's the point about beefing if you can just juice together, like make money together? You know what I mean? So that's really nice. And I think I love Mission Pro Wrestling. You guys know I love you guys, no matter what, booked or not booked. I always support, I always share. I'm always excited to see really awesome women matches. And when Women Wrestling Army came along, I was like, oh wow, actually this is amazing. Like 2 women promotion working together, and now they're like, working with other people. Like, who doesn't like that? It's good for the workers, it's good for the promoters, it's good for the fans. So let's just keep doing that. Let's keep, don't change anything. Let's just keep growing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Keep growing, keep working together, leave the door open. I mean, hey, if Holiday's saying she's going to be a fighting champion, go for it. Take that belt and run with it.
I mean,
I need my one-on-one with Holiday. I kept saying that, but I think the right time will come. So I'm waiting.
Okay. Well, I mean, the door's open. So, I mean, you have this gauntlet match coming up on August 20th. I know Melanie and I mentioned it a little bit before. You have a lot of new young wrestlers coming in to Mission Pro, having their debut. Only a few years in, but very talented. You have some history with the Woad.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling? I mean, we're almost 5 weeks away or so. We have some time, but have you been like thinking about it, strategizing?
Honestly, I have, and this is my first 6. I mean, wrestling the ring. I mean, not wrestling, but sharing the ring with so many women in the ring. So at the same time, I don't know half of them, but I do know if you make it to Mission Pro Wrestling, I know you have some talent. You have enough to be in that ring. And if you're in the ring with Queen Aminata, then I know you have to bring it. So I'm nervous, but excited at the same time. And I don't know how it's going to go with Wold, but I know one thing. I'm going to touch that juice. That's for sure. What happens? I have to touch it before I did it. So I have to make it happen. I am just saying. And she knows it.
We're getting a little spicy here.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I do know the Woad, and she's always willing to give some juice to people. She gets you in the corner and she'll smack you with it a couple times.
No, it's amazing how talented she is and how down, on earth. Like, she's such an amazing person. But then as soon as she's in that ring, it just changes. Like, I'm seeing somebody completely different. I'm like, whoa. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes, like, when I watch some of her videos, I'm like, man, that looks rough. Like, I'm really scared. Like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it gets me excited. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm very excited, but at the same time, very nervous. And I met Gigi. I think, in New Jersey. I like her. She's very athletic too. But, I mean, Queen Aminata is always the best. I'm just saying.
She is the queen for a reason.
Exactly.
And then the Woad, I don't know if you know, but I feel like the last year and a half, the Woad has upped her game. She took a breath after COVID, after this pandemic, during this pandemic, and she took a breath and she went back to the drawing board. And this past year and a half, she has gone back to training hard. She picked up new moves. She's gotten in conditioning. I mean, her game has been elevated, and you're just like, it's crazy.
It's amazing. It's really amazing. And that shows, to the new people, or even the people that have been wrestling for so long, that being in this business, you are never good enough. You're good enough until you're like, okay, I think I'm good enough to this point, but you would never be good enough, to the point that you don't need to go to training, you don't need to up your game, you don't need to change your move here and there. And every time I see her, I don't get to see her face to face all the time, but on social media, I'm like, wow, I'm very proud of her. This is amazing, and I know it's hard, like especially for women. People think we have it easy, but no, that's BS. We don't have it easy. We have to work twice harder. We have to upgrade. Like, it's just a whole different game. And when you see somebody like her that had all the odds against her, and she's, just killing it and killing it and killing it, you're just, I mean, personally, I'm just happy. I mean, if you're happy, I'm happy for you. So
I love it. I mean, even though, you're having a match with all of these women, like I love how you're so supportive of everyone's hard work, and, it takes so much time and passion and dedication to, like you said, to train, to really like put in that work. And I mean, there's a lot of young wrestlers out there that are just starting, or starting even younger. Like we're seeing 14, 15-year-olds start. I mean, what advice do you have for them as they're like getting into this business, this like crazy industry?
Well, first of all, I always tell every single person, even my daughters, you gotta have a degree first. Go to school, because with the sport, it's never guaranteed if you're gonna make it or not make it. We always go with the positive mindset. And I know some people will be like, okay, I'm against having plan B. But personally, I have a plan B. I gotta have a plan B. I'm a mother. Like, I have to have a plan B. If that's not your case, you can do whatever you want to do. Second, you have to work hard. You cannot rely on like, oh, I'm cute, or I have this person behind me. At the end of the day, when you're in that ring, you're there by yourself. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how many years you've been training or traveling. When you're in that ring, you have some moments that happen, like you're so scared for your life and for the other person's life. If you do care about that person, like if you care about what you do.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure you really love what you do, because it's really hard. Like when I was like, oh man, come on, this is a piece of cake, I got this. No, until I started traveling, then full-time, then you have to balance your personal life and all that stuff. It's hard, but it's very rewarding. So don't give up, just keep going. You got to keep working hard. Be nice to people too. But when you're in the ring, no, I'm sorry. Skip that stuff. But yeah, hit that.
Speaking about the younger generation, you're actually going to be in the ring with like a 16-year-old. Mia Friday's like 16, going to be 17. So, I mean, like, do you take it easy on her? Do you just like, nope, she's a wrestler, she's got to take it?
Yeah, I think MJ Santana's super young. Like, there's like 3 really young wrestlers that you're gonna have to, are you gonna be the veteran, or you're really gonna like nail it?
Yeah, both. They gotta learn, right? They gotta learn.
It's true. You get both sides. You get both sides.
So you can pick and choose. You get what you get. So it is what it is.
Yeah, Mia started when she was about 14, 15. So she's 16 now. 16 gonna be 17. So she's all over the state of Texas now. She's traveling around. So it was about time, about time we brought her into Mission Pro. And we didn't just put her in a singles, put her in a gauntlet match with Queen Aminata and the Whoa.
I mean, we got to test the limits here, you might as well start out big.
Wow, 16. I can't remember what I was doing when I was 16. I was in wrestling. I know I was going to school, but that's amazing. Wow. Well,
do you find it hard in this business when people or younger wrestlers go up to you and ask you for advice? Are you the kind of person who's like, okay, I feel comfortable enough to give you advice, or are you like, no, I'm not there yet?
Honestly, even not because of wrestling, I always keep it simple and real with people. I tell them exactly before I even, I'm like, this is what I went through. Might not be your case, but since you asked me, this is what I do, this is what works for me, and this is what doesn't work for me. Now you pick and choose what you want to listen to and what you're going to take and what you're not going to take. That's it. So if you ask me, I will take my time and tell you exactly how I feel, or whatever it is that I can tell you. And if I don't have anything to tell you and I'm tired, like, because one of those now you're just exhausted, I'm like, bro, let me message you please, because my brain is just out of the place. No, because I know myself, I'm so hyper. By the end of my match at the night, I'm just dead. But I always take my time for the most part, 99.9% of the time, talk to you guys and, just try my best, because nobody can learn if you don't share your experiences. they will never ever know what to do. Or even if they know, they will find out later. Why find out the hard way if you can find out now and listen and grow, and make it your own?
What do you think is the best advice someone gave you in wrestling that you've seen? Like, yep, you're right. They were right.
Wow. I got so many advices, but one time my trainer told me, he actually, this is a funny story because I trained for a whole year and he didn't think I was gonna make it. Yeah. So it was like, I'm just gonna put you on the indies. Just go out there and wrestle. Maybe you're gonna find yourself. And then I started like coming around little by little, and he was like, no matter what you do, no matter who you wrestle, remember who you are. Remember who you are. Like, because sometimes you wrestle some people and you just forget who you are in that ring. And I like when I first started, I would say my first year or two, or even probably up to my third year, I was good. Like I would wrestle, but I wasn't sure of who I was because of the person that was in the ring with me.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's not the case. I don't care who the heck you are. I know who I am in that ring, and that's all that matters. So you have to know who you are no matter what. So it's hard, but yeah, find yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's great advice. I think if you're not sure about your character or what of your moves or who you are, it's all going to come shining through in that ring because there's no hiding.
I know.
There's no.
Oh, you're naked in front of people right there, and you don't even realize it. So
It's true.
I mean, how do you like? I feel like part of training is like that mental training of just like getting over potential fears. Like you are so vulnerable when you're out there, like not only physically, mentally. Like, how is it for you to overcome kind of all of that? You have to like really put yourself out there when you're wrestling. And
I don't know. I don't even know if there is a way to explain that. Like you said, you just have to put yourself out there. You have to keep testing your limits. And even now, every time, every now and then, sometimes you have some stuff that really hits me hard. But one thing I know, I don't let people see through me like that. I'm an entertainer. That comes first when I'm in there. And when I'm outside of the ring, then I can call people that I trust and, people that I know they will listen to me and they really care about me. And those are my trainers, honestly, because my circle is very, very small, and I know for sure I can count on them 100%, so you really have to find those people that are willing to listen to you, listen to your points, and understand where you are coming from without feeling judged or misunderstood. I know that's a lot, but it's very important, because you have so many people out there that will tell you 100 things, and you just have to listen and smile and go with your day. That's how I do. I can be rude to people, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, yeah, you gotta find that really strong support system because you really need that. I don't care who says I don't need a big like support. I used to say, I was like, come on, I got this. If I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Bullshit. That's not true. I swear to God. Sometimes some matches, I cry. Holiday, first time I wrestled her, I cried after my match. I don't even know why I was crying, but I was crying so hard. Like my head was hurting, it was pounding. And yeah. Oof.
I think it's that emotional, like you're like you build it up so much, and then when the match is over, you're like, oh my God. Yeah. Like the adrenaline is like it's flowing out of you now.
I know. Mean,
yeah.
I don't know how to explain. And for me, like my first year or two of wrestling, you know how people go to shows and support their friends and sisters or mothers come with like, signs and stuff like that. I've never had that in my whole life because none of my family knew how like I was wrestling anything. Like now, like some of them know, but I know I would never have that because they don't live here. And my mom is here with me, but I know she would never ever support my wrestling career. I know that. So mentally I'm already ready for that. But back then I was not ready. I was like, how can I not have this? Like outsiders are like supporting me. Like, what's wrong? So it took me a while to find who I was and be confident and be okay with what I was bringing on the table. So now you try to mess with me. I'm like, really? There's a metal in here. You can't break that. Pretty used to it. But
I mean, I feel like you're so motivation. You have such great motivational advice. You're so inspirational. I feel like you need like you need to publish like a book or something. And
oh my God.
I do want to ask how, because this is me when I'm on like Instagram or Twitter, sometimes even Facebook. I'll read something like, oh, that was a botch, or oh, they should have done this, and I'm like, dude, that wasn't even a botch. That was so like, and I write and rewrite a comment, and in the end, I'm like, what am I doing? No, and I get out of the app, and I was like, no, I can't comment on stuff. Is there times you're just like, you gotta like, okay, I'm gonna bite my tongue, I'm gonna hold my fingers back, I'm just gonna put my phone down, step away from the app?
I mean, for the for the most part, I say no. I don't know why, because every time I see something, I just don't even know why. Sometimes I feel like, man, you gotta be heartless sometimes and just tell them how it is. It happens here and there. Really, when they try to bug me or when somebody tries to try, I'm like, I'm the wrong person. But for the part, I'm like, no, just be happy, be positive. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what's happening. You know what I mean? So I don't know. For the most part, I say no. But maybe again, it's how you see things and how you process them. I don't know. Nothing bugs me anymore. I don't know.
Because I see that when you're doing your reels and stuff like that, like on Instagram, you're very upbeat. You have a like you're always funny, and I'm like, man, I love it, and I love the energy. It's like you really don't let. It seems like you really try not to let people bother you, and you're just like, I'm just gonna be here. I'm gonna live my life. You guys can be cranky and whatever over there, but
I mean, for the most part, yes, honestly. And I'm raising two daughters. I don't let them watch wrestling, but at the end of the day, I will support them no matter what because I didn't get the same support system. So I have to be unapologetically me. That's how that's the right English, right?
yes.
Nailed it. So I have to be me no matter what because who knows in 2-3 years where I will be. They might be exposed to something that I cannot protect them from. But if this mommy is confident, she knows what she wants, she's there, she's having fun. And the most important thing is like I am there for them. I always think about that. So when I see a young wrestler or somebody who's like has been wrestling forever and they're going through something like body language or something like that, I'm like, wow, there's something I can do for them. There's something we can change here. Or maybe just a hug or a smile, like even in the hallway, you got this. You know what I mean? It might not be a lot, but at that moment, that's the best thing you can offer that person. So I always think about it that way. I don't know, maybe the immigrant in me too. I don't know. So what? I don't fucking know. I don't. Oh,
But I feel like that's so important to remember because there's so much like negativity and so much bullying and so much going on that even recently we've seen wrestlers just go off Twitter and go off social media because they can't handle everyone kind of coming at them with just horrible,
yeah.
comments. And it's something that like I feel like we didn't have to deal with before social media, and now it's like a whole other layer of being a professional and being a wrestler and being kind of in the spotlight that it's really hard. And so I think thinking about that is like trying to find that positivity. And I think you're great at doing that and saying, hey, like we're going to find the good parts of the world. And that's important, I think, to remember.
You just have to try your best. That's all. Don't try hard. Try your best. We're not just try your best. That's all we can do.
And then, I noticed in your reels that you're starting to put more of your like your business life in there, your career life. Because I see you in your scrubs and everything. Was that a hard decision though to be like, okay, I'm going to start letting people in a little bit? Because it's kind of like it's a little like sneak peek behind the Queen Aminata curtain.
I have a friend of mine that I really like. I love her and I appreciate her feedback, even though sometimes I'm even harder on her because I used to not let anybody in. Like people didn't know, like, oh my God, she has kids, here, she's an immigrant, she's Muslim, she can't do that. And she was like, well, this is part of your life that you chose. So you have to let people in a little bit so at least they can make certain connection with you. And I was like, I'm gonna try. It was really hard, and I was very scared at first because I'm like, damn, this is not me. Like this is very weird. But then I started seeing like people supporting me a little bit more and respecting my boundaries too, even though I was not Queen Aminata right there. I was just me. They still appreciate it. I was like, oh, I guess it wasn't too bad. So I guess I'm gonna give them a little bit more. But sometimes some people come at me and I'm like, I don't care. Just I can curse here, but I tell them all the time. I message them private. Whatever you say, I respond back to you. I don't give a hook. I just tell you how it is. So yeah, but I mean, I think they appreciate that too. People do a lot of vlogs too, nowadays. So I mean, we're entertainers. So if you can entertain outside of the ring and still enjoy it, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good way. I mean, it's just a little sneak peek behind the curtain, but I love the reels that you do with your daughters. They're so adorable. Ah, they're so cute.
Thank you. Thank you. They're a lot of work, but I appreciate it.
But I love it when you're back home and you do your reels because I love like a little sneak peek into like another area of your life. It's so beautiful, especially when you're with your daughters. It's so cute.
Oh, thank you. We try. We try. We'll see. Maybe.
So I know that we talked earlier about that you've been traveling back and forth a lot and going all over. So you're going to travel back to Texas soon. And so I want to know, are you excited to, you're heading to San Antonio. There's some exciting things in San Antonio, as Melanie knows, that you can go visit. Do you want to do anything while you're here besides obviously confront the Woad and others in the ring?
No, Melanie is really good at that. Like I just follow her. Where are we going? I'm in. Let's just go. I'm all in. And I'm tired. I'm all in. I enjoy traveling. Part of it is maybe because you discover so many places, while you're working. But the other part of it is like you get to meet new people, like new friends and new culture. So whatever you guys have for me there, I'm ready. I just don't eat pork. Remember that.
Yeah.
I drink alcohol, but I can pretend to be super drunk. And this is don't try me. I'm telling you guys, do not try me.
I think the last time we were here was still kind of in the middle of the pandemic. So when we went out, we went out to have breakfast, and it was so much fun because we all got together. We had breakfast. We were doing custom matches that whole day in the gym.
I remember so exhausted, but it was still so fun.
It was. I said because we stayed up like way too late.
I know.
I thought that's the habit. I feel like that's part of the whole experience is you have to stay up really late. It's a big slumber party.
It is. But like usual, I think like usual, we have to blame La Rosa Negra because that woman has a battery that does not stop. And we were like, I was like, okay, I gotta go. Thank you very much.
I love her. And then we finally end up flying together. And I was like, listen, girl, I love you, but I need you once a month, not more than that. Once a month. Like I was exhausted, but man, it was fun. It was very fun. Yeah.
She wanted to go to the park. I was like, no, I'm out.
I mean,
the park.
You guys fell asleep at the park, and she was still going. And it was Masha.
Yeah, she was still.
What time was this? Was it like in the middle of the night?
No, this is the next day after customs. We went out to eat, and then they had to go basically just get their stuff and then go to the airport, I think it was. And so she was like, no. I think like Masha and Queen wanted to go and get some rest before their flight, and La Rosa like ends up taking them to the park. and they're asleep at the park, and like La Rosa's taking selfies with them. And I'm like, what? What are you doing?
Where are these selfies? We need these selfies. We need these pictures.
I was like, how
proof.
did you end up at the park? I thought you were going to get rest.
I know, and the flight was so early, and then she kept saying, Amy. I was like, listen, time out. Like, no, time out. But she's so sweet.
Sometimes we have to say, hey, like we can't go 4 different places the next day or late at night, the night before the show. Like we gotta like keep it under control a bit.
Because we were up the night before, and then we came back, and then we had to be up early for customs. And I remember I have the picture. I think I posted it with like Masha and Queen Aminata. They were like double fisting. Like I think it was like an energy drink in one hand and a coffee in the other. And they're just like,
I remember that because I had so many people miss like, this is not healthy for you. Get it.
yes.
No, and I was like, guys, listen, y'all. I needed this day. Like it's so it was. I love it. I love it.
I was like, we didn't chug them. We slipped them slowly because we needed the energy.
I know.
And then as soon as we walked in, man, La Rosa was there like, okay, let's go. All right, we're going to do this. And you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
And we
just got here.
And we started doing TikToks. I'm like, oh, Lord, we have to learn how to do this again. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was a lot of fun. So I have high hopes for August 20th that it's going to be even more fun. It's always fun when Queen Aminata is in San Antonio.
No, you guys make it fun, honestly. You guys are awesome. Like the vibe is, it's just amazing. When you have every single person that want the same thing and willing to work together, I mean, that's a win-win situation right there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I got to bring my juicy game really strong this time. So,
yeah.
I'm worried for the road.
Yeah, I know.
I am worried for myself.
You got this. You got this.
I know. She does that. Oh, what is that move called? The Damnesia. That to me, when she does the Damnesia, I'm like, oh, like right into the ropes. She hits you. She hits you with all the woedness right into
all that power right there.
The people that say wrestling is fake, please, you gotta take that move. Then we can talk later. Seriously.
That's what I say. I keep telling everybody. I was like, touch the ropes. These are not, we call them ropes, but they're not. They're cables.
No, it's, I tell people all the time, especially back home. Everyone, oh man, you do that fake stuff, right? I was like, yeah. I don't argue with people anymore. I'm like, yeah, I do. And they start arguing with me. I'm like, you really want to argue with me? I do the fake stuff, you do? So I'm like, okay, no, I'm not going to argue with you. Fine.
Yeah, I don't get it. I feel like that term fake has been thrown around so much longer in wrestling, and people don't really fully understand what that word means. I mean, is it worked out maybe ahead of time? Sure, but like the moves and the stunts and the athleticism, none of that is fake. It's all 100% real.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
try to explain to people, we call them ropes, but it's not. They're metal cables, and we wrap it in like duct tape.
Yeah. And there's like maybe like a small like little, buffer in between. I mean, that word has so much connotation in this industry. So many people outside don't understand. Like you're on, like even the way the ring is built, you have wood planks and not a lot of cushion. And you are hitting that mat. You are hitting your back. You're hitting your body on these very solid objects.
Yeah.
You're hurt. You have the potential to injure yourself, and those injuries are real. Those injuries, sometimes make or break careers. And
where I tell people, you got to pick your battles. I do not argue with people anymore. That's my right there. We're not. It's fake. Yes. Good morning. That's it. We're out. I do not.
I love it. I mean, you just really sometimes can't handle all, like some people just will never change their mind and never understand. So you just move. That's a good way. Just move past it.
So mean to her. I'm sorry. I said just like my mom.
You know what though? I found that, we've had a couple of these interviews with like Tiny Tonally and some of the other girls we've interviewed where their mom was the last person to know that they were wrestling. They didn't tell their mom until like their third, fourth match when they finally invited their mom to the show and was like,
Yeah,
hey,
randomly.
sit here.
Randomly surprised them.
No, my mom would not do that. If I surprise her right there, the show will be over. I swear to that woman. So I'm not even taking that risk. We don't even think about it. Now when I pack my bags and she sees me, she's like, "Oh, you going to do that stupid stuff again?" I was like, "Yes, mom. See you later." That's it. I pick my battles. Like I said, we're not arguing. That's all.
Yeah. That's hard. That's hard not to have that support system at home because I mean, as we all know, wrestling is rough from the travel to like the, not just like on flights, drives, hopping in cars with other wrestlers and you want to talk to somebody or call someone or,
I mean, it was hard at first. Now I think it's a blessing.
yeah.
Don't have to worry about disappointing anybody except myself. So that's how I see. That's how I had to make the mindset switch. Instead of her supporting me, I'm blessed that I don't have her support. So I don't have to worry about her, you know, asking me, "Are you okay? Are you hurt? Are you going to make it? Are you not going to make it?" I don't have to worry about that. I only have me. If I disappoint, I'm okay with that. If I don't, then it is what it is. But one thing I know, I told her, "You would never get my wrestling money. You are not. That's not happening." So we know. It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that follows into like this whole theme, and we've talked about it. Like, Disney is putting out these movies and we're calling about breaking these generational, these generational curses. And I feel like we're like that generation. That's part of it, that you are teaching your daughter something different. You're breaking it. You're breaking that generational, curse or generational limitations. Because I feel like my mom tried a little bit as well. When I first told her, she was like, "Oh, are you going to go into business or this?" And I was like, "No," because I was like, I'm first generation to actually get a female to get a college degree in my family. So, funny fact though, she did graduate 2 weeks after me. She went back, and I was like, "I'm still first though. I'm still first."
You're like, I got that.
She graduated 2 years after me, or 2 weeks after me. But it's funny because I told her, I was like, "No, I'm going into TV and radio and film. That's what I want to do." And she was like, "Okay." Like, it took a while for her to finally kind of deal with it, but then afterwards she was like, "You're going to be a struggling artist." I said, "Yes." And she goes, "Okay, as long as you understand that." And I'm like, "I do."
That's
It's like,
really,
all right.
Yeah.
That's really nice though. She's like, "Okay, understand that? Okay, I told you it is what it is."
Yeah, I mean, that's what it was. And, I think I've done pretty well for myself. I think I like surprised her a little bit, but at the same time, it was like, if that's the way she had to come to terms with it, just knowing that I was going to struggle. And, at first I did, but then I kept finding jobs. I was like, "Hey, mom, I'm going to go travel abroad." And she was like, "Oh, what?"
That's pretty cool. I mean, the same thing with my mom, like I knew since I was, your parents, you know what I mean? Dad will support me no matter what. But just being in America, just telling him, "Hey, I'm going to move here." I'm so far away from him that he worries every day. I do not need to add anything else on top of that. Let that man worry about me just surviving. I'm not going to make him worry about wrestling or anything. I'm sure if I invite him one day, he will come. But would I? Not anytime soon. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm happy the way it is so far. So yeah, that's all that matters.
And you're keeping busy though. I mean,
Yeah, you're all over.
if people haven't seen your reels, I mean, you're in the medical profession. So, I mean, that's busy all by itself besides wrestling, apart from wrestling.
It is. It is. I just feel like the medical field just helped me balance it out. I go out there, go crazy, come here, heal people. And at the same time, I don't have to worry too much about, hey, what's next for me in wrestling? Because that, like, just the fact that you worry about it, you put so much stress on you. You don't even get to enjoy your road life anymore, And I'm like, no, we're not doing this. we're gonna keep a job. Even if we don't want to go to work, we're gonna keep a job just because we need to keep this brain, focused. So and I do enjoy my job. I sometimes do I? No, honestly. No. But for the most part, yes. I enjoy wrestling too. So I think God loves me so far. So let's see what happens.
I mean, you also you're very disciplined though. I mean, from training to work to wrestling. I mean, it's all a balance, and I feel like you have found your balance in life and everything to put it all together.
Melanie, if you don't have a choice, you don't ask yourself. You get up and do it. That's another thing. If you have mom and dad or somebody that you can count on, then yeah. But unfortunately, I don't. I'm not complaining. I'm happy because, I mean, who wouldn't want to be Queen Aminata? Come on.
Facts.
So, now I have me. So yeah, I'm happy.
I mean,
Heck yeah.
Like, this is all so important to remember. Like, all these things, you're just like dropping all these gems that I think are so important to remember.
Aww.
I love it. Like, you're so inspiring. Like Melanie said, you're in the medical profession, you're wrestling, you have, you're taking care of your kiddos. And, I feel like you're just doing incredible things in and outside of the ring. And it's just, I'm excited that you get to do both things that you love.
We actually had a question. So Greg asked, okay, so they just introduced the All Atlantic title, in AEW. Would you like to see more titles in women's wrestling?
Of course, yes. More title means more TV time, more stories. We can bring so much more than people think. We are way more than just being women, wrestlers. We're wrestlers. And I'm sorry, but sometimes we bring better, we do better shows than guys. I know people won't agree with this. You can think whatever you want to think. I do not give a hook. I'm just saying what I think is true. So we need more TV time for AEW women. Wrestling in general. We need more TV time for women. We need more story. We need to give them the time to show what they can. And I know they can do way more. So that's why we appreciate Mission Pro Wrestling, Women Wrestling Army. Anybody who has a show and you have more than one woman match, message me. I will share your stuff. I will love you forever because it has to start somewhere. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? So that's a great question. And you got your answer. Now, what you can do is to show up at Mission Pro Wrestling and support your queen. Just me for now.
Yes. Go support. Get those tickets at missionprowrestling.com and stream it on Title Match Network, because you're going to want to see Queen Aminata in the ring. You don't want to miss it. Yeah. I mean, this is why it's so important to have, and why Mission Pro is here is we're giving women a platform. They can have these matches that they're not getting elsewhere. And they're not getting this time, I mean, you've had an incredible year. You're still going all over. What has been your biggest match or biggest challenge that you've had this year that you've had to overcome your biggest opponent?
I've had so many good matches, honestly, and I enjoy every single match. But I have to say, my first match back after my hip surgery it wasn't the biggest one. It was the most challenging one because I had to learn to work around my injury while I still put myself out there as somebody who's completely healed, and I have to deliver. That was the challenge for me. And I remember I wrestled Vipress, and I was so nervous going into that match. When my music hit, I forgot everything. I swear. I was just walking and I was like, whatever happens. Let's go. But after that, I enjoy a lot of them. I don't know. I'm enjoying every single match, honestly. I'm having so much fun now. I'm not even thinking about, hey, is this going to be a good match? Because I know it's going to be a good match. So, yeah, bring me Holiday. Then I will know best match when I win that Mission Pro title.
We need to clip this. We need to clip this part and put it up on social media.
Uh-oh.
She's coming for you, Holiday.
I mean, earlier you said you want to have a one-on-one with Holiday, so you just made that challenge even more public.
I do. She knows that I want her. I want all the juice and more.
I feel like Holiday being a vet in this industry, but I feel like the last couple of years, for some reason, something's got her fired up. And she has been on this tear from like Ring of Honor, now Mission Pro, Women's Wrestling Army, Warrior Wrestling. I mean, she's just been everywhere.
Honestly, oh, I don't even know how to say it. People don't get it, but you reach one point in your career where you're like, I don't give a hook. I just do whatever I think is best for me. Take it or leave it. She was there. Now she knows that she is there. She is going to do it. And I love her. She's so talented.
Mm-hmm.
When gave me one of my first matches, and I would never forget that because she put me like the standard was so high already. I'm like, wow, second and third match, and I have to bring it. Okay, where can I go from here? So when you have somebody like that in the ring and you don't appreciate her, like, come on, young girls, like when you have somebody like that in the ring, soak it in, listen, enjoy it, learn, appreciate, be thankful. Don't be those smart people like, I know everything, I got this. No, you don't. I'll whoop your ass. You ain't got nothing. I'm sorry. I'm being professional right now. Okay. So Holiday is just the goat, and like she says, bangers only, all day, every day. So
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. And August 20th will be a banger, definitely, with this gauntlet match.
Yeah.
I love Holiday, and I feel like you're right. She's reached that level of let's just go. I don't even care anymore. I've kicked everything off that was holding me back, and let's just go. Let's just put on a banger of a match, and then at the same time. And then, like, at the same time, yes, she is a woman of few words, but when she's in that ring and you have a chance to work with her, listen. Because even though she may not say it, she is teaching you. Like, that woman is a school, man.
I mean, she'll teach you with her words or her actions. And that's...
Yeah. In wrestling, the best way to learn, it's not telling somebody how to do it. Right in the ring, show them how to do it. Just listen. That's all. And I will forever appreciate. Like I tell her everywhere, like every single where I go. Oh, what was it your first matches? I'm like, Holiday. And I'm not even gonna hide it. There's no kayfabe here. Like, this is what I'm telling y'all. This woman taught me so many things from my first match, and I always go back to that match and watch it. So you can't be great in 1 year or 2 years. You gotta find yourself. But once you find yourself, you have to go back to your roots. And that woman, something that I would never forget. So thank you, Holiday, but I still want your juice though. So I'm just saying.
Before we let you go, because we're coming up on the hour, but I want to know, because we've asked people, what is your worst or funniest travel story? Because you travel everywhere, so we want to know what is a story that you're like, oh my God.
So it's so stupid because like tomorrow I'm supposed to go to Chicago, and my crazy brain thought my flight was today. So I woke up in the morning, packed everything, went to the airport to find out, Amy, come on, you're not flying today, you're flying tomorrow. I swear to God. And I put message up her. I was like, you know what happened right now? Well, I was supposed to go, but yeah, I came to the airport today, but you're going to see me tomorrow. It's like, Amy, I love you, but please, woman, get your shit together. And I'm like, yeah, I will get my stuff together. I think that was the funniest thing to me, honestly. But other than that, like every single time I travel, I enjoy people. I don't have bad stories, honestly. You know how people go through like rough stuff here and there. Like, so far, so good. And if it happens, then we'll see how it goes. But I'm damn sure going to put it on social media. That's or I'm going to tell people what happened. So, yeah.
That is pretty funny, though. I've had that in my head when we were actually traveling last year for Mission Pro. I was like, okay, early flight, don't be late. And I'm the person who gets to the airport 2 hours early. So when I take you guys to the airport, I take you guys early, and everybody's always like, why are you taking us so early? And I'm like, we got to.
Trust me.
Trust me.
Anything can happen. I mean, I've done it where I've gone to the wrong airport, like when I'm trying to fly out of New York, or if I'm flying out of Chicago and it's like O'Hare versus Midway, and you don't check the right airport. I've done it. It happens. So you travel a lot, and one of the things we love to know about our guests is, what is your like road snack food that you always have to have with you? Maybe it's a little guilty pleasure.
Now that I think about it, I think I always get Wendy's. It's not a snack food, honestly. It's a drink. I get lemonade for some reason. I'm like, I just like this. I don't know why I'm drinking this, but I just like it. I'm not a really big snack person, honestly, because for some reason I'm allergic to a lot of the stuff. Like chips, I can't have it because I get bumps in my mouth. I have certain food that I can't eat because I get pimples on my face. But Wendy's, they always deliver for me. So I get that drink all the time. And I don't like expensive stuff too. I'm always trying to save money. I'm just saying, being a queen is expensive. I ain't gonna lie. It is expensive. Like, no, this we don't need.
Oh, okay.
Love
So
it.
Wendy's, that's funny. So everywhere you go, you could be like, is there a Wendy's in this town?
It never like Wendy's. Okay, even when I'm hungry. Okay, do you guys have lemonade and chicken nuggets? That's it. And I never knew about chicken nuggets until I moved here. And I was like, oh, now I love chicken nuggets. So yeah.
Chicken, I do love chicken. A good chicken nugget is, I could go anywhere and get those. So do you like that combination of sweet and salty? So you get the lemonade and kind of the salt and savory of the chicken nugget?
Yeah, I do. But I need to stay away from it. I want my abs back. I'm trying hard, y'all.
You're just gonna have to do grilled chicken and just act like it's a nugget. Just
Yeah.
It's not the same.
I know.
Sorry, no.
I do remember one of our travel stories is when we were, I think, coming back from Buda, Texas from our show, and we stopped at Buc-ee's. And I'm trying to think if I feel like I take video of everything, but I don't think I took video that time. But this is why Mission Pro cannot be left alone. I was in my car, you guys were in another car, and then like another load of wrestlers were in another car, but somehow we all ended up there. We're at the same time, and we're yelling at each other in the Buc-ee's.
I remember.
And running back and forth, and then we're like, Rosa, it's time to go. And she's like, what?
And we started mimicking. I remember Holiday and Raylan were started mimicking stuff. We started making fun of us, like crying, tired. I'm like, oh shit, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Holiday was just like, we gotta go. We gotta go. Just grab your stuff and we gotta go.
Holiday always leading the pack there, trying to get everyone in the car, get your snacks. It was like she would be the ultimate camp counselor. I don't know if I would want to be a part of that camp, but
it's always fun.
It's always fun. Yeah, every time that poor Buc-ee's staff was probably looking at us like, oh gosh, they must have these crazy ladies must have had another show. It's like, because I mean, Holland's there in her half face paint, Thunder's there in her half face paint.
It was funny. I can't wait. Now I can't wait.
These are the stories we always remember. These are the moments.
Oh, it was.
Well, we can't wait to have you back and have you here for another adventure. We'll take you to Buc-ee's.
Sure.
Or somewhere fun that's close by. We're excited to have you back in San Antonio. And I know you're going to bring it in the ring. And I'm excited.
Me too.
I know.
For having me. You guys are so great, and thank you for all you guys do for women wrestling, promoting, supporting, taking your time to do all this. So we really, if they don't appreciate you, I think they don't. I do appreciate y'all. Okay.
The queen appreciates us. That's all I need.
That's all. We got it. My day's complete.
The juiciness.
Yes.
I love it. I feel like that needs to be a sign somewhere at the show. Guys, if you're watching, somebody needs to bring a sign that says the juiciness or something. The juicy.
Make sure you bring chocolate when you bring juiciness, okay? You can be juicy for free. I'm sorry.
Can't be juicy for free. Bring the chocolate.
Bring it. You heard it.
I love it. So, 6-way gauntlet match. Anna Diaz, Mia Friday, MJ Santana. You got The Woad, Queen Aminata, and Gigi Ray all in the same ring. August 20th, Mission Pro Wrestling. Get your tickets. You're not going to want to miss this. I feel bad for the youngins that are going to be there.
No, don't say that. Hey, listen, we're very excited to have you in the ring. It's going to be a fun show. That's it.
Yeah, look at that smile, though.
I see that. I see that little devil behind.
Yeah. Oh, people want to know what type of chocolate?
Yeah, what kind of chocolate?
You know, anything sweet is good. So bring me dark chocolate. I like it dark.
Ooh, okay.
All right, you heard it.
I like that. I like the way she said that too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right.
right.
We will let you go. It's so much fun talking. We've had a great conversation. We appreciate you and we love you so much. We're glad to have you back at Mission Pro. Glad you're healed and ready to go. Because this match is gonna. I think it's gonna steal the show. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a crazy match. I know you guys are gonna put on, like as Holiday says, banger.
You're excited.
I am too. Not you, Gigi, and Woad are the veterans at Mission Pro, and you're taking on three newbies, 3 newcomers to Mission Pro. So I'll let you welcome them into the Mission Pro ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Honey, we do.
Yeah, you do.
Aminata, where can people follow you on socials and get any merchandise?
Well, you can follow me on AMISYLLE. If you cannot remember that, Google Queen Aminata and my social will pop up. And you can go on queenaminata.com to get your merch, or you can just direct message me. Please just go on the website. Do not direct message me. But that's the only option. Then do it, please. And yeah.
I love it.
Perfect. Yeah, everyone go support. I hope you can bring some merch for the show on August 20th. And we can't wait to see you.
Thank you, guys. Can't wait to see y'all.
Thank you.
Take care.
Safe travels tomorrow.
Yes, safe travels.
To Chicago.
Thank you. I will.
Have a great match. And tell Holiday we'll see her August 20th.
I sure will.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I love catching up with her. She's so inspirational. I feel like I need to go and capture all of those quotes that she gave us, because I feel like those are going to be good to share with others.
Yeah, I always love Queen Aminata's energy. She's always great. She's always so much fun. I love having her at Mission Pro because she's just a ray of sunshine in the locker room. She's definitely somebody that's a locker room leader. Mm-hmm. I feel like I say that about a lot of people at Mission Pro, but there's so many people who step up just to bring good vibes to the locker room, make sure everybody's doing okay, and just brings a good, warm feeling to the locker room where you're not like, okay, they're cool. You don't have to worry about them. They're just going to do what they do. They're going to bring positivity and they're going to go out there and they're going to kill it.
Yeah. I mean, that's a testament to what Mission Pro tries to encourage, is this very healthy, safe, encouraging locker room. And that's why it's important to have these locker room leaders, and so that we have this welcoming environment. I mean, maybe not so much in the ring, but it's important. And she definitely brings that she even, we've spoken to her a couple times. Her energy is just something I've really never seen with other wrestlers before.
Yeah, she really has. I think she's really mastered the art, and I feel like it is a mastery of the art of social media. I've been like, okay, I'm just not going to worry about that, because there's still stuff that gets to me, and she really is very positive about it all. And she's out there. Like I said, I love her reels. They always bring a smile to my face, and they're always really funny. So
yeah. It's good to remember to find those little positive moments, you know, when it's tough out there. So
that's right. And I see you, Matthew Barnes, Captain Vicky, Steamboat, right? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah. Yeah. If you guys have recommendations on who you want to see on the show, let us know. And, you know, we're happy. We want to talk to more wrestlers around the industry. And, you know, we're going to have a bunch more shows. They're all on missionprowrestling.com. So you can see from now until December in San Antonio, we have shows. So yeah, we're going to have lots of special guests coming on the next few months. And remember, subscribe, like, and follow Mission Pro channels, because we're going to have tons of content, tons of fun behind the scenes content, surprising, you know, food content, so much more. I'm excited that we get to premiere and debut all that. So
lots of good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Thank you guys for also 10,000 followers plus now on
10,000
Instagram.
plus on Instagram, yeah.
And then you said, I think, Emily, 12,000 on Twitter. So
yeah, we're at 12.4 thousand on Twitter. We're almost at 12.5. So thank you all for everyone for sharing, liking, sharing our stuff. This is so important to get Mission Pro's mission out there. And this is how we do it. So thank you all so much for your support. It means the world to, you know, everyone here at Mission.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Remember to watch the show on Title Match Network if you are not going to be attending live. But if you are attending live, bring signs, bring dark chocolate, bring candies. The wrestlers appreciate it, and we appreciate y'all guys so much for all your support. Yeah. But we will let you go on this beautiful Thursday evening. And thank you for spending a little bit of your time watching us.
Yeah. Thank you all so much, and see you next week.